Mr. Aaron, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Not too bad. I've got one question for you though, my friend.
What?
If something happens to Britney, how much responsibility should be borne by all of those fans who marched aggressively down the streets across the world with their pink banners? And what were they screaming? We remember, free Britney, right? Will there be blood on their hands?
No, I have a real issue with the whole Britney thing because very clearly, I think everybody can agree that Britney is not the mentally most healthiest person, and girl's got some issues.
So doesn't she need help then? I mean,
Well,
people with issues need support, right?
fairly conservative. Putting her in a conservatorship is a fairly extreme version of help.
An extreme version of help is needed if somebody is a risk to themselves or others, though, right?
Well, I mean, there's nothing to nothing to show that she. I mean, if we just think about the general laws, it's a very important legal context that protects most of us in really important ways. Now, we all have agency, and one of the issues, I guess, with psychology and mental health is that ultimately it is really up to people to help themselves. And when you're really unwell, people don't always want to do that. However, this is why we have, in Australia, you can be scheduled, as we call it, where you can be forcibly put in an institution, and you have to either be, really quite tangibly about to hurt either yourself or somebody else.
And Britney was put into what we call over here a schedule. She was, as part of under her conservativeship, that did happen.
Yeah, but I mean, she's clearly not. I think what we're seeing. I mean, I haven't seen anything to suggest that she's about to kill herself or credibly, injure or kill. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Anybody else?
Well, you might not be aware, but in the past 3, 4, 5 hours, there is footage of Britney driving all over the road on the wrong side of the road, swerving all over the place after leaving basically a bar, and her own children have recently said to their father. They were with her separately, and on both occasions they called their father to say, I am so worried about her, I don't know what to do. We're talking about drug abuse, cocaine abuse. She's off her chop.
Sure, but you can't take everybody's legal rights away and essentially make them prisoners and sign their money away.
Well,
if she's driving recklessly on the road, go and arrest her for reckless driving. If she's at home doing lines of coke and flipping out and the kids are there, come and arrest her for that. But I think it's a huge jump to then say, especially because we're not talking about an ordinary person. We're also talking about someone worth millions of dollars.
Well, let's talk about the huge jump that you're talking about. And this is fundamentally my issue with the Free Britney movement as it was and still remains, by the way. We are not privy, as you just said, to all the information at the fingertips of very skilled, highly skilled professionals. A conservatorship isn't made lightly. Like you say, we have agency. It is a high threshold for somebody to be put into a schedule or into a conservatorship. Surely you must believe that there was ample evidence that we are not aware of available to the medical professionals who are advising the courts to say that threshold was met. Walking down the street, Aaron, screaming free Britney when you haven't read the files and you're not privy to the information is reckless.
Oh, I think though you could also argue, I could counter argue that by saying that we're not privy. We're talking about an American legal system, and we're talking about an American legal system involving a celebrity worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. And
are you calling
it is a fairly corrupt
here?
system. It's a fairly
Aaron.
corrupt system. You actually, you don't think the American legal system is corrupted by millionaires?
I don't believe that there is any motivation other than protecting Britney to put her in a conservatorship.
Stop.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you've worked with people who need that level of support and help, then you'd know that the threshold is high, and you would be able to guess or make an
You know
educated
what
guess
you
about
wouldn't
what was in the
do?
files.
You know what you wouldn't do? You wouldn't push them out on a stage every day. That's what they did.
Now,
They
look,
they they, they tried to get that's a very interesting version of help.
Now, look, if you want to, if the Free Britney fans want to mount an argument that the conservatorship and the people running it that needed to change, absolutely. Let's make sure that we're hearing from Britney about this herself. She said that. Well, first of all, let me make the point that Jamie Spears has never been charged. She's never been found civilly responsible for any wrongdoing. But this is what she said, mainly through her book. She said that she was forced onto lithium for refusing to rehearse. She says that the conservatorship bugged her bedroom, text messages, phone calls. She claims she was forced to stay on contraception even though she wanted to have a baby. So if there's an argument about the people running it might have needed to change, the terms and conditions of the conservatorship needed to change, but there's no question that she was a risk to herself and her children. She barricaded them in her home, even when police were trying to batter their way in, Aaron.
But I think take the kids off it then. Like I think that's
That's what
there's all
happened.
sorts of levels of
That's
things,
what
but that's
happened.
different. But that's different. You can take someone's kids. You can restrict someone's access to their children if they're,
They
a
did.
danger without putting her in a conservatorship. That is a completely different
Well,
thing.
that
Like she had
removes the risk to the
absolutely no.
children. That removes the risk to the children. But what about the risk to herself? Truly, are you
Oh,
truly
it's like
arguing
cutting
that
off your arm to heal like heal your finger. Like it's there's there's a wide range of responses, and a conservatorship is like it's really it's a very serious thing that I think we need to understand is quite extreme. And when we're living in a society where other people, family, and people can essentially get you can become a prisoner, really. I mean, Wendy Williams is in one right now. I mean, we don't have them really in this country. It's a very American
we
thing. When you've got
do?
all these
No, no,
people
no,
worth
no. That's
millions and
not
millions
true.
of dollars.
We do in Australia. We have the public trustee, and there are agencies in each state that can make decisions either financially or in your day to day best. There's plenty of people without capacity to make decisions.
Yeah,
So
but it's different to this. It's different to the phenomenon in America. I mean, that's.
no, no.
I think that's the thing. Like we're looking at it. We're looking at a phenomenon in America that is about millions and millions of dollars. And has it been? Is it corruptible? And look, who can say? At the end of the day, none of us know. But I look at people like Britney Spears and Wendy Williams, and you have to wonder about the fact that the people around them are still making money off them. And I think as long as the people around them are still making money off them, they don't have any right to say that they were like getting her help.
But do you think that somebody who is running the conservatorship have to give up their work if they were employed to support that person full time, make all the financial decisions, the career decisions? They should be
You
remunerated in
shouldn't be
some
having a
form.
career. If you're that bad that you're like a danger to yourself or your kids, you shouldn't be you don't get a residency at Vegas. Like you're making enough residuals off your they're rich regardless. She could just be at home getting better and they'd all be filthy
You
rich.
you you
They
could be
pushed her
well
out
right.
onto stage and they all made money off her.
You
Like
could
it's the minute you do that, like shut up, everybody. Do you know
you,
what I mean? Like nobody has every right to say anything.
Well, you could be well right. I mean, I'm not disputing that, but at the same time, part of somebody's pathway to health, if they're not in a good way, is to revisit your basics, your accommodation, your employment, your therapy. So, entertainment happens to be her employment. So, I mean, the fact
It's
that
a
she's saying
very
she didn't,
extreme version of employment. It's not like it's not like, come on, darling. Like, it's like when you go on workers' comp and they're like, KK, let's just do 2 days a week and get you back into
yes.
functioning again. She's being pushed out of stage, sometimes twice a day. Like, it's clearly not good for if you're mentally unstable, what you have to go through physically and mentally in order to do that is clearly not good for you. But everybody was making money off it.
But truly, Aaron, if something does happen to Britney, you truly don't think that those fans, in inverted commas, that knew nothing, that know nothing of what the file is, have no respect at all for the medical. Many, many dozens of reviews happened during the years of that conservatorship. They just dismiss all of those professionals as conspirators. You really don't think those people with the pink banners should hold their heads, hang their
But
heads in
what did they do?
shame?
They didn't do anything.
They influenced the end of the
Oh,
conservatorship.
some diehard Britney fans with some banners, didn't
Not
you shit?
some, plenty of them, and they should be ashamed. If you're listening, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You walking down the street with your pink banners.
I'm not
maybe
a free
maybe a
Britney person by any stretch of the imagination, but I think you're giving the Free Britney crew a little bit too much credit, actually.
Well, you might be right. They might not have had any influence at all. Hopefully not. But they should still be ashamed that they were holding such a stark position and not availing themselves of the facts. I really hope she's okay. I truly do. I don't believe Federline when he says part of the motivation for releasing this book that's not
No.
selling well is about helping Brittany. He's trying to make that case, which is
Oh
astounding.
God, God love him. I mean, it's really kind of him, isn't it, to write a tell-all book about her to help her?
And a major, major part of why I am doing this is because we have tried everything else, and I see no other way to try and get her help. I mean, everybody has been alienated from the situation. So once we've done everything, this is like my last final straw of trying to plead for help and support for my sons to get her to a place where it's better. And I understand that this hurts and the truth hurts and all of that. And that is not what I want. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm trying to put a perspective on it and show people that help is needed now because time is running out.
They're all
Well,
making money off her. Like if he's writing a book, like he literally, like who the hell is Kevin Federline? He's nothing except Britney Spears' one-time hubby.
Well, he's the man who raised her two children, but I am suspicious of his motives. It was approximately 1 year ago that Brittany had the legal right to stop making payments for the children because the youngest one turned 18, and little more than 12 months later, he's releasing a book, but he claims he's aiming to help her. Look, and Aaron, you're an Australian like me, and we are, for those of you who don't know, in the United States in particular, you might not know Australia is still tied to the monarchy. We are not a republic. How do you feel watching all this Prince Andrew saga unfolding every day before your eyes?
I mean, it's it's kind of great, but by the same token, I mean,
Great.
disconnected to. I mean, I'm a Republican, but it's not. I don't really see it through that lens. But I think I mean, it's great, but it's also disturbing in the way. What disturbs me is that it's not disturbing us enough. I mean, we seem to be seeing throughout all this that I mean, it's not just a conspiracy theory. The world really does have this powerful elite, very sort of Stanley Kubrick, eyes wide shut esque, Illuminati esque group of powerful men. At the top of the patriarch, there is the commodification of women that has been going on and
And
abuse
children.
and children. Yes, yes, and children. And so, I mean, that is fairly intense. And I mean, although it's great that it has become out in the open, it's also pretty terrifying when you see how little is happening as a result of it.
Well, the only person who is in prison as a result of,
Yeah.
of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes
Yes.
is a woman.
Yes. I know. I know. How's that for the patriarchy? It's pretty vulgar. And yeah, I mean, look, it's why isn't Andrew, why is Andrew just getting his titles taken off him?
Well,
Like
he
great,
hasn't,
but
by the
also
way.
that
That's a
that's
myth as well. Let's just clarify that. They did a good job, the monarchy, of selling this. A lot of people are believing it. He hasn't lost his titles. He's just said he won't use them anymore. They have not been formally stripped. Uh,
it's just gross. I mean, but I mean, even when you look at like America and the fact that you've got that they're actually literally protecting these files. I mean, it just shows you, who
But do
runs
you
the
believe
world. It's not girls,
do
is
you
it?
believe Andrew
Unfortunately,
did
Beyonce.
anything with our Australian, by the way, Virginia Guthrie, who took her own life fairly recently? Do you believe that
Mm.
he did abuse her?
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, I mean, we know that he was obviously telling a lot of lies, and there's who knows what really went on, but there's clearly a lot of wrongdoing that's been going on. She was clearly being trafficked by Epstein, and Andrew is all over it, and so is a bunch of other people,
My son
and
was still a teenager when he did the famous BBC interview and the Newsnight interview, and I watched it. Went to collect him from school from memory. Either way, we were in the car, and I said to him, "You have to watch this. It is a masterclass." at being able to detect lies, because he was just telling untruths from
Oh,
woe to go,
just
and
bullshit.
he was using all these very
Yeah.
superficial tactics that even an amateur would know what to do. But he was telling porkies from the beginning. And the
It
other
just
thing,
shows you at the end of the day how, well, like the rich and powerful are the rich and powerful.
I think one thing people are overlooking here too is he's in trouble, obviously, around the Epstein link, and were children trafficked to him, or people under 18 trafficked to him. There's a huge thing that most people haven't gotten onto yet, which is links with spies. The potential for him to have been a traitor or sold information about the UK to overseas. I think there's a high
Mm.
possibility this man's going to end up in jail.
And for all the men and all the powerful men that are clearly involved in that, for the one person that kind of goes down is what, like stupid old Andrew? I
Yeah,
mean, good, but also what about the others?
there's plenty of others, plenty of others.
There's
Look,
plenty of
and
others that are
I
more
would
powerful than Andrew. And Andrew's not
anyone
very powerful, let's face it, him and that awful ex-wife of his.
I would caution anyone listening not to read Virginia's book unless you really are well placed yourself. It's
Yeah.
very, very difficult to read. There's a brutal page or two in there about a former Israeli prime minister. It's horrific. Actually, it's a horrific book, and it just makes you. You started off by saying people don't almost watching this for entertainment rather than caring about the real issue. You can't read
Mm.
that book and not be moved to anger that so many people are out there who have seemingly got away with this. Do you think that this will tip Australia into becoming a republic, though? This scandal?
No,
No,
sadly, no. I
really.
mean, and well, I don't think people, I mean, in a way, kind of rightly so. I mean, I don't think people are seeing it through that royal lens. To me, it's just such another it's just, why the hell are we a monarchy? I mean, why are we in the monarchy? I don't get it. To me, it's just so stupid. There are so many other reasons not to be. The fact that, like, they're gross. It's just one more on the list. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and they're gross.
I can't
Surprise,
wait for
surprise.
the next march through Sydney to become a republic, and your T-shirt's just going to say the Royals. They're gross.
Well, they are, but it feels like we're a long way off again, doesn't it, from another stab at being a Republican? I don't know. I mean, I've got to say, lately it feels kind of. I used to really kind of not like being Australian, and and
Really?
thought it was such a boring place. Well, it's just such a boring place that, wow, isn't that good now? It's so great to be in such a boring place
You think it's
for the time being.
been in Australia? Have you travelled a lot?
I have, and I always just felt like, I mean, Australian culturally, we don't have the population. It's just culturally a bit of a bit of a place, but I mean, it's pretty great now.
You've got to go and visit some of the backward suburbs of Newcastle if you want some adventure. You'll be running for your life. You get
I
your
grew
heart
up I
pumping.
grew up in them.
Did you really?
Yes, I grew up in
Yeah,
Maitland.
they're pretty rough, aren't they?
Yeah, I know all about it. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, Aaron, I'm going to let you go, but I can't not ask you. Like, have you read any of the feedback from your Madonna comments, which caused all kind? There was plenty of people, at least 3 to 5 people. There were many, many hundreds of comments, but there were at least 3 to 5 people that said they were unsubscribing from the show because of your shocking views.
Oh my God. I think they really should get some perspective in life. They should have a good long think about Andrew and Epstein,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
put their reactions to Madonna's spirituality
Can I
in
put it to you
perspective.
though? The main theme of the comments is Aaron always claims to be a Madonna fan, yet he is the harshest critic of Madonna. That's basically the theme. True
Well,
or false?
I think that I have never been. I've always been a very, what I have been a very outspoken critic of for a very long time is sycophancy,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I'm not into sycophancy, and fandom that presents itself in sycophancy is something I have no interest in. Critical thinking is good. We should cherish it. I am an old Gen Xer who came through the university postmodern era, and you loved culture, but you also need to be able to dissect it and have a sense of humor about it. I think what people are missing is that I do have some perspective. It's just Madonna. And so, it's she's someone I love, but she's also someone I can enjoy the absurdity of. Yeah,
There is an absurdity there. I agree. And I
there
think it's part
is.
of being Australian too. Like we love our celebrity culture, but we're very realistic. Like
Yes.
my favorite expression that you often tout is Madonna is not tethered to reality.
No, no, no. And let's face it, America isn't. But that's also what's fabulous about it. Every time in America, I'm like, oh, this is a fun place and really awful and kind of crazy. And it's all of that. And Madonna is all of that. So, yeah, maybe it is very an Australian perspective.
Love talking to you, Aaron.
Always.
David, I hear you're a big fan of the show.
I'm not. Hello, Tim Power. I'm David.
Nice to meet you, David.
Yeah.
You said that I mock celebrities.
Yeah.
Who have I mocked?
Dolly Parton.
Okay, how did I mock Dolly Parton?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
No.
Would it surprise you to learn that I didn't mock Dolly Parton?
Something about kidney stones and stuff. Like, she's old. Come on. She's old.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, David. Don't mock her, please. That's not what this show's all about.
Are we on air?
Absolutely.
We're on air.
We are.
So people are listening, other than just you and me?
Yeah, people are listening. You're in the fortress of pop culture, isn't it beautiful?
No.
You're right, it probably does need a bit of an upgrade. Buckingham Palace sometimes gets the same criticism. It needs a bit of sprucing up. What would you do with the place?
Buckingham Palace?
No, this fortress you're in here. The fortress of pop culture, David.
I'd just say, look, give them a break. That's what I was trying to say to you. It's not fun to be a celebrity. And one of the few posts that I saw from Darren Hayes on his Instagram, he's always pumping shit out all the time. Sorry, am I allowed to swear? Is it right if I swear?
You can say whatever you want, David. Absolutely you can.
Yeah. He's gone on about being a celebrity isn't easy, is what he said.
So what's your point,
it's not
David?
Easy. It's not an easy path.
But if you're not a celebrity, then how do you know it's not an easy path?
Because, I have empathy.
Right.
You
You feel like you can walk in his shoes.
No.
Did you read his book?
No. I read maybe 12 pages of the first chapter.
Why didn't you keep going?
Because his story is familiar. Because Darren Hayes is a bit older than me. He's like, what is he, 54 at this point? 50, I don't know. Something.
But he says some silly things, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He keeps on going on, I don't agree with anything Darren Hayes says.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, we're just talking about the artistry, about the music, the music.
He's a beautiful artist, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done some great things.
His voice is absolutely one of a kind.
I don't know about that.
I
think sometimes it's very difficult to listen to, isn't it? This delicate thing we made, that record. Right, the first track, the first two tracks, very good.
Yep.
Then he's gone back in time. He's like screaming like an idiot for 2 tracks. I'm like, come on.
Oh.
Turn it down a bit.
Yeah.
Do you not have self-awareness enough to realise this doesn't sound good?
Yeah. Well, you'd think the people in the studio helping him to produce it, you'd think they'd say, hey, just dial it back a bit,
Well, that's
Darren.
the problem with Darren Hayes. He's basically become, like I said before, Australia's Kate Bush. He just does what he wants.
Oh, Kate Bush, she's lost her mind.
Yeah. And I think Darren has too. I think he's lost his marbles. Don't you worry.
David, I like the sound of you, so don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
But you wanted to come on the show because you thought I was being rude to celebrities. But now you're being ruder than I am about Darren.
I know.
Isn't that a shock?
Isn't that a shock?
Funny how the world
I'm
works,
just being
isn't it?
honest. I'm just being honest.
Well, you're in the right place,
The thing
my friend.
is, though,
Yeah.
he's Australia's greatest artist, in my opinion. Yeah. Despite all that.
Yeah. What about Vanessa Amorosi?
Who? Vanessa who?
Absolutely everybody. I saw her doing
I
an
know the
acoustic
song.
version
I know
recently,
that
and
song.
she sounded superb.
I can't fathom it. Homosexual, the album.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Couple of years,
And
I think.
he wrote and produced and did the whole thing himself.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
In a good way or not a good way?
In a great way.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Whenever I listen to Tim and his panel of guests, my toes begin to curl, and I feel just the right amount of tingling all over my aching body. Now, let's get back to the show.
I'm just a bit worried. After
What are you
his
worried
seizure, where he lost all his teeth and things.
He did. He fell over, didn't he?
Again? Will we hear from him again? I don't know.
Oh, we heard from him a day ago. He was talking about Taylor Swift.
He talks about Taylor Swift. Who likes Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
That's the other question. Come on. She's got this song that I like. What's the song? What's the song with Taylor Swift? Come on.
Shake It Off?
No. I do it the way it ends. I'm going to make the way it ends. That's what Taylor's singing about.
Do you know what's interesting, David? Again, it might be one of those contradictions of the universe, but when you texted me, you said, I hope your show fails, Tim, and it will, ! Yet here you are, and we're having a very pleasant conversation about the pop gods and the pop goddesses.
I know, I was just a bit upset.
You were a bit upset, were you? What upset you? What did I say?
Well, first of all, I feel all right. I hope you feel all right. And I apologize for telling you your show is going to fail. Can you please not do this?
Now, David, what do you do in life? What keeps you motivated?
I'm a uni student at the age of 46.
Cool. What are you studying?
Bachelor of Arts. Doesn't that sound fantastic?
Okay. Yes. So it's for expanding the mind, not for getting a job necessarily?
I don't expect to ever be employed again at this age.
Oh, no.
Come on. 46 years old. Who's hiring me?
You feel like you're on the scrap heap at 46?
Pretty much, yeah.
Have you struggled with employment?
No, never. Never.
Are you employed now?
I just hate it.
Yeah. What sort of jobs have you had?
I'm not talking about this. Move on.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that? Too personal, is it?
No, it's just too much information for a live show.
What do you think of Kylie Minogue?
She's okay. She has her moments, but she's not great. I don't reckon she's great.
If you could give her a piece of advice that would make her like a proper real star.
Write your own songs, all of them. Go back to what you did with the Impossible Princess, that fucking album.
Yeah.
And with the country one she did.
Yeah, Golden, right?
Yeah, she wrote all the songs on that.
Yep.
Every time she writes a song, it's better.
Wow.
It feels better. It feels authentic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But when she gets all these fucking titty dams or whatever the fuck, what was it?
Padam,
that one. Yeah. All right, you can do that once in a while, but, write your own shit.
Do you know the choreography to Padam Padam?
No, I don't know anything about it, apart from the song.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And if you...
I know, there's a lot that goes into a song. I get it.
Yeah.
More than just the songwriting. I get that. But Kylie's at her best when she's being herself.
Now, David, if I could get Darren and hold his hand and bring him over to you, cautiously, I think, and say, hey, David, Here's Darren. He really wants to know what advice you've got for him. What would you tell him? What would you look into his eyes and say?
Nothing.
Oh, you might hurt his
Say
feelings.
nothing.
He's flown all the way from Queensland.
No, he lives in LA, dickhead.
No, he was on holidays in Queensland. He wouldn't have come all the way from LA to see you. That's a bit over the top. So he came from Queensland. You slumped over your beanbag, and he's standing over the top of you.
Nothing I would say to him.
Really? Do you think he's good looking?
No.
He's standing over you, right? And he says, David, would you be my boyfriend?
I say no.
And then he'd say, but David, I've been following you on Facebook. I just don't understand. I feel like we're so compatible.
No. The answer is no.
And what if he pushed it a little further and knelt down and put his hand on your hand on your thigh?
Right. No, and more no.
If he leaned in for a kiss?
And more no. Because he's a hard guy to love, I reckon.
Really? Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Sometimes amateurs know best, and a lack of professionalism is all you'll hear on the Time to Talk show. Join Tim and his panel of guests as they wade their way through a range of news, music, and pop culture treats. Time to Talk, the show hosted by amateurs for unprofessional listeners. Amateurs, is this the best that they could do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to Darren Hayes before, years back.
You've met him?
No. Well, I saw him live, but I haven't met him, no.
What did you say to him? Did you give him a compliment?
Yes.
What did you say?
Things he didn't like.
Well, that doesn't sound very complimentary.
Well, you know. So I saw him live, might have been 2012. No, it was 2011. I'm pretty sure it was 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I hit him up on MySpace. Can you believe that?
Live space.
MySpace.
Oh, God, that was a while ago.
Yeah, what? What was it? 2008.
And he responded to you.
Yep.
You didn't sex chat, did you?
No. He just responded like a dick.
What did he say to you?
He said, yes. What I wrote to him was, is this actually Darren Hayes or some staffer? He wrote that. Very quickly, by the way. He wrote back, it is I. That's honestly what he wrote back.
It was rather Shakespearean of him, wasn't it?
Very Star Wars, I thought. He's a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, he is a bit of a nerd like that. Yeah. Okay. It is I.
It is I.
All right. What do you say back to him?
Didn't say anything. Well, he went on to say, if you want to follow what I had for breakfast, you know, you can follow my channel. You sent me a link or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And my response was, fuck that. And I didn't say anything. It is I. If you want to know what I had for breakfast, fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah. So I got
and you're
pissed
very
off.
sure it was him.
Who else was it? It is I.
A fake account. Who knows?
This is 2008, babes.
Yeah. So you felt that was like a bit of an insight into him having a bit of a dickwad personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I dated a guy called Alex for 2 years. He lived in my house for most of it. He was a crazy cunt. And he looks like Darren Hayes. He behaves like Darren Hayes. No, that's not the reason why I dated him. It just happened. And anyway, so here the story gets a bit more interesting. So I got deep into alcohol pretty bad after I removed Alex, right, in 2014. Fuck him off. My concept was, if I keep drinking, I keep being angry. Therefore, I won't take him back. And it worked. It worked. It worked.
Wow.
Then I was addicted to alcohol, wasn't I? But I saw Darren, because Darren Hayes, I must have been following him on Facebook, I guess. And I saw the video. Situation, I don't know. I don't know. It was really bad.
And what did you write?
I wrote to him. I said, Darren, can you please stop doing this? Go back to the recording studio and make a new record. You may not be number one anymore, but that doesn't stop Prince now, does it? Full stop. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
On a post. He didn't write to me personally, just,
Yep.
one of his bullshit posts.
Yep.
And then I passed out.
Oh. And he never replied.
He did.
You saw his reply, and what did it say?
Yeah. So the first thing I did was check how many comments were made on the video. About 700 comments.
Okay.
Something like that. So he scrolled through all the comments, found mine, and told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew we're dealing with the Dairy Queen. He said, David, I think you're being very unkind as to what's making me happy right now. I want to hold it up to you as a mirror and ask you, are you happy?
Oh, I like that.
But what I found surprising about the entire experience was he'd gone through all 700 fucking comments, found mine, and wanted to tell me to go fuck myself.
He focused on the one or two negative ones.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And that's Darren Hayes. In a nutshell.
Well, you could argue it's any entertainer. They've all got a bit of insecurity, don't they?
But especially if you're Darren Hayes. Come on. You go from selling 30 million records across 2 albums as Savage Garden to basically fuck all.
Yeah.
You're going to be a bit upset.
Well, we've come a long way in this conversation, David. We started with, you said you wanted to come on the show because, I was being mean to celebrities, and now you've spoken your truth, and I love it.
Darren Hayes is having a hard time, and we've got to look after him, don't you think? Wouldn't that be nice?
Like an endangered species.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we put him in Taronga, in a special enclosure with his own habitat. What do you think?
No.
No? People could pay $5 a pop and look at him through the glass.
Keep me up for that. I'm thinking that we can adapt your show, actually.
Will you make some notes for me?
No, I was going to tell you. 2 hosts. Me and you.
Co-host. You want to be the co-host of this show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think so. Because I think I've got a pretty balanced view on people.
Do you?
On celebrities, whatnots.
What would we call this show?
Whatever you call me.
We don't have to change the name.
I'm not going to the show. I'm just saying, hey,
co-host.
This guy wants to come on as a co-host. I'm not saying I'm going to do it every week or anything. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't want to interrupt your sleep schedule.
When do I sleep?
Well, David, I think you've got to go. It's food for thought. I'm going to take it on board. David and Tim's Time to Talk show. Doesn't sound too bad. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
No. It's still Tim's talk show.
Right.
It's just special guest, David. Of course, what you would have to do is send to me, I don't know, like a PDF or some shit.
Like a briefing paper.
I get some background on these people.
I see, okay.
That I know nothing about. And I read up and I go, okay.
Got it.
Oh, that's Madonna's back in dance. Okay.
So in this proposal...
Paul Mercurio. All right, cool.
In this proposal, I'm giving you briefing papers. I'm telling you, about the person you're about to interview. I'm fixing your tie. I'm straightening your microphone.
No, you're not fixing my tie. Just send me some background so I know what I'm talking about.
So I become your producer, essentially.
If you want.
Okay, all right, yeah. No, well, that's more food for thought.
But it's still your show.
I see.
I don't want to take over,
No,
It's like,
no.
Yeah, obviously you do a lot of research into what you're doing.
Do I?
I don't know. Look,
David, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
You too.
You going to say goodbye, Tim?
I'm going to say goodbye, Tim.